Good morning, class. I, Shruti Sahai, your science teacher, is going to take your class on the topic recycling of paper and plastic. In the previous class, I have already discussed you about what actually recycling means. In the 3R concepts, I have already introduced you to the term. So here we will quickly revise its definition: collecting, separating, and changing items into something new is known as recycling. Changing items, those items which are of no use for us, which is a waste. So, waste could be used for recycling. That means to make new things out of it. This is of great significance as we can see it saves our planet, it saves natural resources like trees and it also plays a major role to reduce pollution. Paper. So now we are going to see that what is the need for recycling of paper. Paper is made up of trees and trees are essential for our survival on earth. We know that trees plays so many functions in our life. It acts as the sinks of carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide we exhale, which is a greenhouse gas, is taken by the trees for the synthesis of their food, and trees also uh, plays a very major role to provide food for us, which is very important for our survival. So even if paper is biodegradable, depletion of trees at a fast pace is a big concern. As we know, in our daily life we require paper. We are in practice of using papers in so many activities of our life. For example, if we are studying, we require paper. In offices work, we require paper. For for wiping our hands, we require paper napkins. For toilet purpose, we also use toilet papers. So to meet the requirement, we should we should practice recycling of papers so that the trees could be saved, our environment could be saved, and pollution will decrease. So, here we are going to focus on the steps involved in the recycling of papers. The material required in the recycling of paper is waste papers, that is the papers which are of no use now. We will require a tub, we will require warm water, and we will require a mesh or a frame and some weight. So in this picture you can see that some shredded paper pieces are there. Now, first of all, the paper which is of no use, for example, newspaper, and it is an if it's a old newspaper, then what we will do out of that, we will just shred it into small pieces. Then we will take a tub, and in that we will pour some hot water and soak that paper pieces into that and leave it for a day. After that, the paper out of the water, and this paper, after 1 day of soaking, then what we will do, we will just pound it, we will grind it, and we will make a thick paste out of it, and we will drain it, we will filter it. The thick paste, what we will do, we will separate the water out of it and stain to remove the glue and the plastic. Then the thick paste, what we will do, we will spread that paste on the wire mesh. On the wire mesh or on the frame, we will spread it. Through mesh, the excess water will drain, and after that, we will leave that paste for drying. You can see in this picture that it is left for drying, and one thing we should do is we need to put weight in all the four corners so that it will not curl. So this, in this way we can recycle the and papers which are of no use now. The waste papers we can recycle through this process. So, we know that recycling is of very much significance, but we have studied that to manage the to manage we have studied to manage the disposal, we need to first of all reduce the formation of waste. For that, we should take some measures. So here we are going to study about ways to save papers, how we can save papers. We should always write on both sides of papers or sheet. Unused pages from old notebook can be torn off and made into a new notebook for doing rough work and miscellaneous works. You have ever seen that at the end of your class, when you make new copies and only 2 3 chapters are there in the copy, so you need not to throw that copy. You can use that copy for further use. You can just stick those spaces, or you can just tear those spaces pages, and you can send those pages for recycling. We can also reuse envelopes and covers by using stickers to write new addresses, like envelopes when few letters come in envelopes, and after that the blank envelope, what we used to do, we used to throw it in the garbage. Instead of that, we can use it for writing something, like we can write, if we are going for shopping, we can write it down, our shopping list in that. We can use it for writing address, we can use it for writing contact numbers. We can also make fresh paper from old newspapers. Just now we have learned how to recycle paper. So these are the ways by which we can save paper. And if we are saving paper, if we are reducing the wastage of paper, indirectly we are protecting our trees. And if we are protecting our trees, we are protecting our planet, and so that we can live healthy. Plastic. Now we will see how plastic is recycled, and we will see how we can reduce, as we have discussed in the previous chapters also, that plastic is a non biodegradable waste, and its management is very difficult. So what we can do is, we can just take some measures by which we can reduce its use in our daily life. Harmful effects of plastic. So, to create the awareness to reduce its use, we should first be aware of what are the harmful effects of usage of plastic. Food products are often packed in plastic bags. Such foods could be harmful for our health. Plastic on burning, we know that on burning plastics, it gives very harmful gases which causes pollution, and it may also cause cancer. So burning of plastic is very very hazardous. So if we will use less plastic, then the its burning will be less, and hence our earth will remain pollution free. People often fill garbage in plastic bags. Yes, we have seen it many in many of our houses. The garbage is filled in the plastic bags, and even the dustbins. In dustbins, the bin bags used to come, and the bin bags is fitted in the dustbins, and the bin bag is taken out of the dustbin and just throw it out of the houses. And uh, and other places like garbage dumps. As a result, two things commonly take place. After we throw that bag, what happens? Stray animals, the street animals, look for food in these bags and may even swallow the bags. This result in their death, and in many cases, yes, we have I have even seen a case in which a cow has eaten the plastic and ultimately uh, her ultimately she got death. She The polythene is very much hazardous for the animals. The plastic bag enter in the drains and sewage system, drains that get choked and the sewage water flows on the roads. Yes, this is the most common example we have seen in Bareilly. At so many places the drainage systems are clogged and the drainage water used to start come on the roads. In rainy season, we suffer a lot because of this. So now we will see the step how we can recycle plastic. Plastic items are made up of different chemical composition and they are first stored according to plastic types. We have often seen items made up of hard plastic, items made up of plastic which is very thin, then the first quality plastic and the recycled plastic. On the basis of their types it is segregated and then it is shredded into smaller pieces. Out of this plastic, this is shredded into smaller pieces as you can see in this picture. After that, then it is melted in furnace. Temperature is given to this shredded small pieces and it will melt. After that, melted plastic is used to create new plastic or turned into a fiber used for making carpets or clothing. We can also make tubs out of the recycled plastic. We can make bottles, we can make jars out of that. So, it is very important to be aware of, to know how we can reduce and stop the use of plastic. As we have seen that we have discussed even in the previous lecture that plastic is very hazardous for our life. So the few ways are: carry your own cloth or jute bag whenever you go for shopping. Yes, we can carry our own bags. If we will carry our own bags, we can reduce the plastic use of plastic bag. Say no to plastic bags. Instead, insist that the shopkeeper uses paper bag. We need to create awareness among others as well. So if we are taking jute bag and paper bag or cloth bag, we it's good, but we should also insist the shopkeepers to also practice to use paper bags instead of plastic bags. Reuse the soft drink bottles for storing water. Yes, in many of our houses, we practice this thing. Do not use plastic bags for storing food items. Use metallic utensils. Yes, because metallic utensils we can wash them again and again, and hence the wastage formation would also reduce. Do not do not throw plastic bags here and there after use. As we know that we just now we have studied that the street animals can swallow it and it is not digestible, so death may cause. So we need to reduce the use of plastic and we should not throw it anywhere. Do not burn plastic items. Just now we have studied that burning of plastic will result in the formation of very harmful gases, so we should not burn plastic. Organize awareness campaign through school, television and radio. Yes, we should create as now we have come to the point that we are aware of the ill effects of using plastic, the bad effects of overuse of paper, of wasting paper. Now we are able to create awareness, so for to reduce or to stop its use we can even create awareness among so many people. Whomsoever you see, using plastic, you can just as advise that person, you can suggest that person, you can even tell the harmful effects of it. Thank you, students, for listening to it.